I actually want one anchor point here, so it's very simple. Go again here, add anchor point tool, and there's the plus sign. This is going to add all the anchor points. I'm going to add all the new anchor points. Yay! See, new fresh anchor points. Selection tool, and we can of course edit them, make it down, edit them upwards, downwards. Whoa, that's my bad. Here, somewhere where maybe like this. Okay, so these are the little basics. You make the curve with the pen tool, yes, this one, and you can edit with the direct selection tool. Now you have been seeing that I am actually playing around with these tangents, and I can actually move them, but there is a little catch to this. When I move the tangent, you see that any effect at this point travels down all the way to this curve as well. Similarly, if I move this, you see the effect of dragging this is also transferred to this equally. It depends, it's actually the calculation that's taking place with the tangents. That's how it works. Say, what if I want that I would like this curve to move down, but this curve, this shape should remain as same. It's again very simple. It's the alt key we're going to use this time. We press the alt key and I simply drag this. You see, that's magic. Now this does not get affected because by pressing the alt key we actually told Photoshop to cut the link, to put a break between the two tangents, so the information does not pass along to the other side. You see, now we can have this move. Similarly, when we move this curvature, it will not pass any other information on the other side to the other tangent. Now they are like not linked together. Let's try on some other anchor point. We have this anchor point. It moves equally on both sides as per the calculations are being generated. I press the alt key, drag it down. There we go. You see, it has a different shape to it now, and this is now independent of the other. So we have actually broken down the tangents into two. Similarly, we go about this. Okay, what I want is this point should be actually a corner point. I don't want these curves around, so that's also fairly simple. Go here and we have the convert point tool. If I click on this, it will be now a pointed anchor point, and let's say I want a point here as well. Okay, and maybe I don't like this, I would like this to be there. Now you see there's a loop around here. We will fix that. Very simple. Simply pressing the tangent and moving it, maybe a little repositioning of the anchor point for do good. So I hope you are getting the hang of this. It's very simple. I have only used add anchor point tool, delete anchor point, and convert point tool. So, and you have also seen how these work. Let's switch back to the pen tool. Okay, the direct selection tool. Now we know how to move the points, how to edit them, how to reposition them, and whatnot. Now what's next? We have the two shapes. If I click, the two shapes disappear. Fine. Straight curve is there, curve path is there. What do we do about it? If I deselect, there's nothing on the canvas, there's nothing on the layer. At this point, if I generate a JPEG out of it, I will only get a white canvas. So how to use those shapes? Very easy. Straight curve, let's activate the straight curve, and we go to the layers panel, insert a new layer, back to the paths panel, and we have a little icon over here. Now this icon is actually a fill shape command. When I press this, the current color, that is, let's make it a little bright, maybe orange would be good, or whatever this color is, pale yellow maybe. When I press this button, this color will be filled in this shape and will be constructed on this layer. Let's do it. Okay, click, there you go. I'm going to deselect the path so I don't see the path outlines, and I can only see the clean area of my shape. I go back to the layers panel, and there we have a shape constructed out of the path. And what you can do is, of course, you can apply any other things. You can have the layer styles, drop shadows, stroke it out, color layers, play with the inner things, opacity. Of course this shape can do anything for you. I'm going to cancel it. Now let you can rename it. It looks bad like layer 1. It seems that it's like left out or something. Straight. There we go. And then you have another layer. I'm going to go rename it to hello. Not to hello, I'm going to rename it to curve. The spellings are wrong. Curve. There we go. We go back to the paths panel and I'm going to select the curve path, and this time I can use the fill. Definitely I can use this fill button, but I would like to show you something separate. This button right over here, this is a little button which indicates that this path is going to be converted into a selection. When I press, I have converted the path into a selection. Of course the path exists, but it has actually converted the path to a selection. Let's go to the layers panel, and over here we have this curve thing, and what we can do is probably use the gradient tool. And whoa, that's bad. Let's see, let's do something. I don't need so much of this. Oh yuck. Okay, let's try this. Anyhow, I'm just showing that you can like fill out things in here. Maybe if you don't like a solid color, you can go about changing this and put a all backspace and you can fill it, and control D. So now we have two layers individually placed with the curve in one layer and the straight path in another. These are the two shapes we can use. Of course you can control T and transform them out, duplicate them, apply filters to it, let's say blur, Gaussian blur and whatnot. You can keep it like this, so you can do all the fancy stuff, right? Delete here, so we are left with the curve and the straight thing, and we have them still existing, the straight path you can see and the curve path you can see over here. So that's pretty much the basics of the pen tool. I hope that you have learned something and how to use the pen tool. Oh, we left out this freeform pen tool. It's very simple. You just click this and you can like do a freehand drawing out of the pen tool, so you get a nice path. And then when you select it with the direct selection tool, you see you can have all those anchor points back to you, and of course you can edit them with the add point, or you can go back and use the delete anchor point and get rid of the extra points. Like you see a cluster over here, so it's not good. You can just like remove it. There we go. You just need to pay attention to the tangents and how these tangents work and how they are going to affect your curve. Just a little bit of practice and you are good to go and make your own things and own tracings. You can, this is a great tool to trace out things, to trace out artwork. If you need to reconstruct a logo, maybe you can use the pen tool. The pen tool is also very helpful in making complex selections. I might do a next tutorial on the pen tool, using the pen tool to make selections and such other tasks with the pen tool. If you think you did not understand anything, please do leave a comment and let me know what you missed out or what you did not get the hang of. Thank you for watching.